good. So all you need is a margarita. Hi, this is Ron Erickson at the Yankee Hill Winery Cooking School. Today we are going to be doing a Finnish dish, which is cabbage with beef and rice. And it's a wonderful dish. And to start with, we're going to take some butter and put it in a pot and melt it. And then we will be taking our onion and cutting that up and sauteing it. And so here I'm just going to dice this up. So we'll just get that chopped up. The butter is still melting. I'll cut up the second one. If you notice, I do not cut all the way through the onion. I leave a little edge here so it stays together. And then it makes it so when I go to dice it, and then I get to the end, I can just chop this right up. So there, we'll just put our onions in. Let me get all these that are on the board. There, like that. And then we want to just saute those. And once they get sauteed a little bit, we are going to then add our ground beef. And so there I've put in approximately a pound of ground beef, and we'll just kind of break it up so it cooks better. Okay, so we'll let that get started. Now once we get our beef and that half cooked, we are going to be adding the cabbage. And so here we just take our cabbage and we're going to cut out the center of it here. And then we just take it, and I'm using half a head. And we want to cut this into kind of bite-sized pieces. So once we get through cutting all the way through like this, we'll just cut it crosswise. Like this. Okay. And here we'll check our beef. And so halfway through is when it just kind of starts to brown a little bit. So in here we have 1 onion, a pound of beef, and about 2 ounces of butter. And then, yeah, see, I'm turning this, getting it turned over, and I keep breaking it up. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to just take my cabbage and put right in there. And here we'll scoop up whatever we have on the board. There, like that. Let me just clean up my work area here. Okay, now when the cabbage starts to wilt and cook down, I will be adding my rice. And here I have 3 cups of cooked rice. Now to get this, just cook about 1 cup of rice in a cooker, and that will expand up to be 3 ounces or 3 cups of cooked rice. Okay, now we'll just kind of stir this together. And this is a recipe that I got. I went to a restaurant in Finland, and this is what they were preparing, and it is just delicious on its own, but you can serve it with other things too. And so we'll just keep mixing that. So we have the onions, the cabbage, and the beef. And then I'm going to add the rice. And this rice is completely cooked. So just kind of break it up. And I do not have any salt or anything in this yet. You want this to get covered with cabbage, because then it's easier to break the rice apart. And then I'm going to add about half a bottle of beer. And here I'm using dark beer. You could use any kind you want. And so that's about half a cup. Oh, this is looking real good. Yeah, this recipe I got when I was in Helsinki, Finland, and it was just really, really nice. There are about 5 or 6 restaurants in Helsinki that have what they call old school food. And so here I'll just sprinkle some salt in. We want some pepper. And then we'll just stir this some more. And you can see our meat is all cooked now. And the rice. I cooked my rice about an hour ago, so it's a little sticky, but if you cook it right away, you can just put it directly in. And so we'll take a taste and see if it needs anything. That is good. I'm going to put A little more salt. And I think a little more pepper. And just kind of stir this a bit. Now you can cook this until the cabbage is completely brown. It's up to you. Right now it's a little crunchy, which I kind of like it that way. It's just up to you, whichever way you would like to have it. That is perfect. And so we'll shut that off. And we'll just put our plate there. And we could just plate that up. You have all sorts of goodies come together there. There, like that. And so this would be just a dish on its own. And give it a try. I think you'll like it. And if you're Finnish, this is an old school dish that they have been serving for several hundred years. So, this is Ron at the Yankee Hill Winery Cooking School. Thanks for watching.